My life be like, ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh. My life be like, yeah, ooh. My life be like times like these that make me say, yeah, Lord, in the city, please help me. Get like living grand control and I'm straight. Yeah, I'm sacrificing the right shit. Like living like sometimes I fall out. Low key and staying candid, reflect on all the things I try my hand at. Search for the equation to persuasions I'm used to. Finding comfort in the zones of clouds and bones I get loose to. A mountain is Fontaine, spinning in monsoon and grinning is high octane. Explosive how I came, rolling down the hills cause life's a hassle. Encircled by my folly like a moat around the castle. Stay afloat, catch a second wind, thin is the air I breathe. Teary-eyed nose running, wipe the snot on my sleeve. I'm calling on the Savior to be all that I need. Please forgive me my behavior, had me lost in light speed.
Hello there and a very warm welcome to the Sri Lanka karting circuit in Bandaragama. Today we have the live actions from this karting circuit. We have 12 teams taking part in a 6-hour endurance race and we have a star class performance. We have an Indian team taking part and now let's see what they have got.
Basically, the four of us have formed a team and we've been invited for this event. Very thankful for the Sri Lankan organization. I think they've done a really good job. And yeah, it's been 10 years since I've raced a 4-stroke kart. I've been racing cars for as long as since then. So it should be good fun for us to get back into this and race amongst all the Sri Lankan teams.
I'm from Cranky Piston. We have 2 guys and myself running, first endurance, and we're really excited and we hope to do the best.
I have endurance experience. I won a championship once, but I think this one today will be very competitive.
So now we have a young and energetic team. Let's hear from them. What's your name and what's your team name?
Jason Curran is my name. Our team name is Thunderbolt Racing.
Right, how excited are you about the race?
Really excited. Can't wait to start the race.
How old are you?
I'm 13.
Right, starting at a young age and being the only female driver. What's your experience in this racing karting?
I've done a little bit of karting for the past year or so and won a few races. Yeah, coming in for endurance.
There we have the drivers lineup for you. Forza Racing, we have Harendra Karnaratna Dulmit Virasinghe, Senura Senadira. We have RHC Racing, Shamal Mendis, Rikas Gali, D'Angelo Senaratna. And also we have Mobile Speedroom, Hussein Dulmit, Nadira, Sujit and SLR Motors. We have Panol Racing, we have Chandra Ranavaka, Shivan Dulavin and Cranky Piston. We also have Gunners, Aish Bandara, Adib Ghazali, Malinda, and we have Intec Racing, Ishan Pires and Kyle Crossland. Also we have BKMS Racing, the Brian Pereira, Kevin and Ushan Pereira. Raptor Racing we have, and also we have Meko Racing, our star performers. And not forgetting Thunderbolt Racing. There we are, we can see the drivers lined up on the grid. As you know, this is going to be a rolling start for these young and old men and women who are on their karts and ready to take on the 6-hour endurance challenge. There we have kart number 1, that is Forza Racing for you. Kart number 2, we have RHC Racing. And we have kart number 4, that is SLR Motorsports. Kart number 6, we have Cranky Piston. And That's team lineup. And not forgetting the Thunderbolts, the young team. So that's pretty much the lineup for you. And there we have the rolling start for you. The 12 cards lined up pretty smooth. You know, no foul starts being allowed since this is a rolling start. The cards will roll on the line and they will come out if the marshals signal that is a proper start. They will go ahead with the race. Since this is a 6-hour endurance race, that's pretty smooth. There we have the Sri Lanka karting circuit. It's a very smooth drive for them since they're heading on to the rolling start. And there we have the green flag signaling the beginning of the 6-hour endurance race. And that is some fabulous start from these drivers. That is going to be 6 long hours for them. A lot of endurance, a lot of stamina that they will have to require to complete this race. As you know, there'll be 4 mandatory pit stops and the race will continue. That's a very smooth corner. You see the race leader. Let's have a close and a clear view. Who's the first kart is? That's kart number 9. Taking on to the lead, that is BKMS Racing. The Pereiras. Advancing a bit forward, quite a comfortable lead for them. And look at the pens, it's you see the tire walls, quite a bit challenging. An 800-meter karting track this is. There we have the standing. BKMS Racing on top. The gunners. So that was the driver's cam on the gunners. A pretty view. A good corner. Some smooth stuff. No much collisions. As they know, we have the race leaders. The Pereiras. They actually don't have no much gimmick to do. They have to maintain the momentum, the pace, because this is going to be 6 long hours in sweltering heat, Bandaragama. Good tropical climate, and weather is favoring us. There we see the pit crew and the team members preparing the signboards. There we have the first sign, push, they say. Indeed, that is what they require. There we have the energetic lady. So tons of sign. There we have the man, Mr. David Pierce, and whose concept Sri Lanka karting circuit Bandaragama was built. Indeed, a person who has rendered so much for Sri Lanka's racing. Very young at heart. You see Ashwita. So that's Thunderbolt. Very young team. The members, they start from the age of 13. That's a 45-minute sign. That is the first mandatory pit stop for you. And they can... we see the first car entering into the pit. So between the first 45 to 55 minutes, the cars can take their mandatory pit stop. There we see the first car. Eventually the second being followed. Kart number 12 to take the first pit stop. The young team, as I was telling you, a brilliant view, a beautiful view that there we have. Kart number 12, the young team. They start from the age of 13. There we have the pit crew. Very fast, some quick work. Changing the tires and refueling. So those are mandatory work. As a kart runs for almost 6 hours, it has to be kept according to the standards. Not to forget, the Sri Lanka karting circuit Bandaragama has been built, guiding by, we have a cop taking a bird's eye view of this beautiful Sri Lanka karting circuit. There we have some hand signals to say, to indicate how many laps. I'm going to do a pit stop. We have Deepak Kumar, that is. Some quick work. And not to forget, the work from this pit crew is mandatory because it's going to be 6 long hours and you get 4 pit stops. So every pit stop is going to cost you, and the time you take at the pit stops matter for the entire success of your race. Smooth and steady. You can't afford to knock or you can't afford to overtake because it is not the race. It is not the art of the race. This is an endurance race, so you've got to maintain your momentum. It's not about overtaking the other kart. It's about resistance. Kart number 6, we have the pit crew, crank a piston, and this is right at the end of the first mandatory pit stop. BKMS Racing, kart number 9, they have done 85 laps. Right behind in second we have Raptor Racing, followed by Forza Racing, 84 and 83 respectively. We have on fourth Panol Racing, kart number 5, done 83. And we have Intech.
So how was the experience?
It's a great experience because it's a dry race finally, because last race was a wet one. So now we get to test the speeds of the cars, so it's good.
What's your position now?
We are 8th currently after the pit stop.
So how are you going to gain the momentum?
Just drive consistent laps because that's what endurance is about.
Harimaras day, but it's so much fun. It's really nice, good experience.
කොහොමද රේස් එක මේ වෙනකම්?
දැනට අපි පිට් ස්ටොප් එකෙන් පස්සේ ෆිෆ්ත් පොසිෂන් එකට ඇවිල්ලා තිනවා. පිට් ස්ටොප් එක අතර මොහොත වෙලාවකින් කරලා තිනවා. දැනට ෆිෆ්ත් පොසිෂන් එකේ ඉන්නවා. අපිට ඉස්සරහින් පැනල් රේසින් ඉන්නේ. මම හිතනවා හොඳ ගේම් එකක් දීලා උඩ නගින්න පුළුවන්. ඒ අපිට දුර වෙනකොට කියලා.
Right after the first mandatory pit stop, the karts, all 12 karts have taken on to the circuit again. The heat is increasing. That is indeed going to pose a huge challenge because it is going to be 6 long hours in this sweltering heat, and you know how it feels to be on the tarmac. There are some communications. Hey buddy, do not knock. There we have the cop. And communications, oh my god, that's unfortunate. Basic errors. Very basic errors, because this is not a timed race. This is an endurance race, so it's not about going past the opponent. It's about resisting. It's about completing the race quick and fast. You can't afford to make those errors. You can't afford to make those errors because it is going to cost you at the end of the day. And here we have the driver's cam. Some exciting visuals there. Fastest on track, they say. Those are the basic communications. Since this is 6 long hours, they need to communicate with the pit crew, and they need to have the coordination properly, because every single action that they make or take gonna cost them in time. Karting circuit in Bandaragama giving you a wonderful karting experience. The track built state-of-the-art quality. And here we have the controlling room, the statistical cubicle, where all the information about the time, the laps being processed, and we have the automated system, so it's very quick and fast analytics for you. Only here at the Sri Lanka Karting Circuit in Bandaragama, a fabulous place to be. Gradually building the momentum, the karts